Hey guys, I'm back at it again, and this time it's about Will revealing that his marriage is open. Now, while this may not be any major revelation, it does show that Will over time has been simped, or should I say beta whipped by Jada into an open relationship marriage values. Now, they did reveal that this path isn't for everyone, but they're celebrities. They hold a great influence, so people are going to take and pay close attention. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett meeting is quite interesting. Will was enjoying a tremendous success as a Grammy-winning hip-hop artist turned big-time movie star actor. His Fresh Prince of Bel-Air TV sitcom and his Independence Day. Jada was on the up and up too. He was married at one time to his first wife, Cherise Pindo, and had a son, the whole shebang. But that all changed when he met Jada. He divorced Cherie and then pursued Jada, even telling her to leave her Baltimore farm to be in LA. Now, I will say this from the outset that sometimes, guys, the grass isn't always greener. Sometimes what you have there is just fine. You just have to work out the issues and move along. Who would have known? Probably if he worked out the issues with his first marriage, this state that you're in would have been different. But in any case, let's move along. So Jada did come. Yes, he did request her to come, but guess what? Not many women will deny a superstar like Will. I mean, he's a high value guy. But at the same token, Jada had a close friendship, as she put it, with Tupac Shakur, a former high school friend. And as his statement shows, when she said, "But as soon as he approached me, he was like a magnet. Once you paid attention to him, he kinda sucked you in, and we hit it off from that moment on." Now that's interesting. In that short little words, I've never seen or heard Jada express this sort of undeniable chemistry for Will, as she showed in this excerpt about Tupac. And this is a lesson, guys. You need to realize that, if a woman isn't showing you that interest, that great draw to be with her, that you're the one, she's not chasing you, you got to let it go. And the quicker you know and the faster you go, it's far the better. Trust me. And to hit the nail in the coffin, Jada released this Tupac Shakur poem on what would have been his 50th birthday. Now, the question is, what did she do with this poem and why is she releasing it? Jada knows that Will had issues with Tupac and that friendship Jada has with Tupac. At some point, he was even jealous of Tupac. I mean, at one point, one story said that Jada had to send word to Tupac not to hurt Will. So, guys, again, if you see a woman is too attached to a guy that she classifies as a friend, be wary of it. I'd rather you cut her off and so say goodbye. Even if it's a marriage and you see this happening, your spidey senses should go up and say something is off and deal with it right away. And if things were to be, all things being fair, right? If this was a guy and he was releasing a poem about a close female friend, that current partner wouldn't take it well. I'm pretty sure of it. But in these woke feminized times, it's different.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table and you brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
You serious?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a
Yeah.
relationship. Absolutely. I was in a lot of pain and I was very broken.
Now, fast forward 20 plus years, you got this red table talk between Jada and Will about her entanglement with August, and you can see the discomfort, the composed anger, I might say, the sort of, bewilderment and just somewhat disgust, about the illogical play and words that Jada, like typical females would do when they try to explain their wrongdoings, try to make it like it's nothing much, minimizing their part of it. And you can know that as much as he sat there, he didn't agree with it, but he just had to. He was so whipped, he had to really take it and just move it along. And like any other typical high class individual, he kind of massaged the public perception, like saying stuff like he and Jada had really gotten to that new place of unconditional love. Now, what is unconditional love is quite subjective, but I don't think that's unconditional. There's a lot of conditions here, trust me. Furthermore, if you look at open relationships, typically it's requested by females, strangely enough. And when they do that, it's for a various reasons. Sometimes it's this: they want a novelty, they want a change of course, they want a variety. Sometimes they want to explore a fantasy they have. And the thing with open relationship is that it comes at the risk of stuff like STDs and wanted pregnancies and eventual breakup of the union. And what would happen at times is that the guy who reluctantly does it, he will meet a woman, like her, and then he will break it off with the former now ex-partner, and she gets like upset, like, no, don't do that. But at that time it's already too late. So these are some of the things that open relationship brings. And it's kind of weird when I hear people like Will and Jada somehow propose this open relationship when people who are unmarried in long-term, monogamous relationship, they don't like this, because this cheating and going out tends to bring the same issues just like any other open relationship. So how would it still work for marriage? It just doesn't make sense. But in any case, as you can see from my point of view, Jada and Will Smith's marriage is like a marriage of convenience. Let's be frank here. I mean, I think it's through Jada's urging and influence that Will went into this mindset to accept, having, multiple partners and so forth. Maybe he was doing that already, but I'm not sure. It's hard to say, but hey, Jada, for the most part, she just wanted to, let's be frank, she's happy having that multiple partner thing going on. It's kind of her style, and I think Will was a bit more traditional in his view and marriage. Now, as life goes on, folks, I'll tell you, marriage is still a very